Hey guys, it is your girl Jade Ashley, and I want to welcome you back to an all new video of When the Beat Drops. And like always, I'm here to give you my 5 hottest beats and music of this week. So of course, you got to stay tuned for more. Alright y'all, so let's get into these beats. I'm so ready. I'm excited for this week's video because this is strictly like music related topics, what I really want to be doing on When the Beat Drops and stuff. So I'm excited to get into these beats. So my first beat of this week, I have to talk about Miss Keri Hilson. Now, if you guys know me, if you know me like personally and knew me back in like high school and stuff like that, I was the biggest Keri Hilson fan. Like I told y'all, I was a music major in high school, so I used to literally be in vocal class arguing people down on why pretty much Keri Hilson is just the shit. Like vocally, pen game, like you just had to respect her grind. I loved her music. I still love her music actually. There's stories of, when her second album came out, it was this really big snowstorm in New York, and I went through hell and high water just to make it to the store, use my Christmas money to buy her sophomore album, or about the time that I didn't skip school, I just left earlier than I was supposed to, just to go to 106 and Park because she was going to be on there, and I got there too late and they said, we can't let no more people in, and I just started crying because I just wanted to see Keri Hilson. I still never met or seen Keri Hilson to this day, might I add. All the celebrities that I met, or the celebrities I be around, and I have not seen or met Keri Hilson. But like there's just so much. So like when she kind of disappeared from music, like I've always had this, I don't have something against her, but I've always just been sad. Like I've always just been like kind of upset because like literally she's extremely talented and extremely talented vocalist, extremely talented, writer, producer. Like, so it's just like I've always been sad. There's this whole thing about how the Beehive is the reason why she, I don't get into that because I love me some Beyonce too, so I don't really care about whatever the Beehive has against Keri Hilson or whatever. I just, just pretty much have been upset because there's been a great talent missing from R&B music for so long. So last weekend she announced that she will be doing new music, and I hope she's for real this time. I hope she's not G'ing us. I hope she's absolutely serious because I've been upset with her for a while and we need new music from Keri Hilson. So she took to Instagram last weekend as she commemorated 10 years since her debut album dropped. And she pretty much just said, today marks 10 years since the release of my first studio album, In a Perfect World, which is an amazing album. If you don't have that album, you're missing out, and you need to get on it before she drops this new music. Make Love, probably the best song of her entire career. Make freaking Love. Like, I absolutely love that song. #1 favorite Keri Hilson song. So if you don't know that, but then you got songs like Alienated, you got songs like Where Did He Go? Like, that's, if y'all don't know, y'all need to know. If y'all don't ever, like, if you haven't listened to In a Perfect World, please listen to it. So anyway, like she was saying, 10 years since the release of her first studio album, In a Perfect World, she said, I didn't mean to be gone so long. I only needed my real world to be perfect. It is now. Thank you for your patience. The wait is over. I'm ready. Summer 2019. And she better keep her word and drop some new music in the summer of 2019, or I will personally find her and I will fight her. Like, that's exactly how I'm feeling at this point in time. Like, she done been gone for so long. She done disappointed me, made me sad, all of this stuff. Like, and she, like, literally, she has not released an album since I was in high school. Like, literally, No Boys Allowed, which was her second studio album, was her last, like, that was in high school. Like, I graduated from high school, I done went through college, I done started working, I done went back to school. Like, I done did so much, and there was no new Keri Hilson music. So, first of all, I'm embracing any new music that she has coming our way. I'm hoping that it's just as amazing as the music that she's left us with for all of these damn years. So definitely comment below and let me know, are you here for new Keri Hilson music? Because I am absolutely here for new Keri Hilson music, without a doubt. Other than that, we're going to move on to my second beat of this week. And I have to talk, like, I'm actually kind of part of this beat, you know, this is kind of cool. You know, I really don't like to brag, and I really don't say too much as far as, like, what I do with my job, but y'all know what I do. But, you know, I'm in this beat somewhere, and I pretty much want to talk about DJ Mustard discussing this whole Jacquees Trip remix for like pretty much the last time. And I know this is kind of like old news, like 2018 news and stuff, and I don't think I've ever really talked about it because I took a break from when the beat drops and stuff. But it kind of came back up this week because Jacquees, he did an interview with Big Boy's Neighborhood. And during the interview, they pretty much asked him, like, one of the questions they asked him, this was the only thing they spoke about, but one of the questions they asked him was like, so why did your Trip remix get pulled offline? And he simply answered the question and said, because DJ Mustard was hating on me. And then, you know, he kind of went into more detail as far as like the whole cease and desist situation, and he explained that he only put the record on SoundCloud, and that he shot a music video for it, and the director, who I guess is like one of his friends as well, put the music video on YouTube. And if you guys are, you know, familiar with YouTube, those who do YouTube and stuff like that, you know, you can monetize your videos, which means that you can make money for your videos. I can't make money from my videos, FYI, just to let y'all know. So y'all know I'm doing this out of, you know, my passion and not for money, but that has nothing to do with this. But yeah, so you can like monetize. So I guess he was saying that the whole legal aspect and the whole issues and getting it pulled offline came from the director monetizing the video off of like YouTube and stuff like that. And yeah, pretty much DJ Mustard, he kind of he did respond on social media, and he was just kind of like, you know, I'm gonna discuss this for the last time because there's no reason why, you know, we should be talking about this. So, you know, my company, we kind of reached out and was like, hey, you know, we see that you want to discuss this. Do you mind, you know, do you want to discuss this with us? And I love them so much. They thought of me and they was like, you know, hey, do you want to be the person to speak with him about it? And I was like, of course, like any opportunity to get this face out there so people can know who Jade Ashley is, why not? Like, I'm just kidding with y'all. But no, yeah, I was definitely down. I was actually, this recording area that I'm in is where I conducted that. But yeah, pretty much, so I hopped on Instagram Live with DJ Mustard. And, you know, speaking to him firsthand, I feel like obviously why wouldn't I speak about this on my channel as far as like a beat and stuff, because I was a part of it. So I was able to speak with him firsthand to kind of like get his understanding on the whole situation. So pretty much, obviously, he was not happy with Jacquees just, you know, flat out just saying, because he hating on me, when obviously it was a business decision. So what I got from his, you know, his thing was, you know, if you're a part of something and someone is making money off of your stuff, of course you're going to legally take legal actions, you know, send cease and desist letters, whatever, pull it offline. So he was like that, yeah, you know, Jacquees was like, oh, you know, I'm not monetizing off of it, but the simple fact of the matter is his song, even if he wasn't monetizing off of it, was being monetized on YouTube. So he was like, you know what, if it got to come off of YouTube, it got to come off of SoundCloud too. So that was pretty much his thing about it. And I mean, there was obviously way much more. If you guys seen it live, then you've seen it live. You know, I asked him, you know, so, you know, he said LMA was a friend of his. He wanted to work with LMA, but because of this whole situation, you know, he didn't get to have her on the album. And then, you know, he was kind of like, oh, well, if that was your friend, why you didn't call her? Like, he was like, I'm not LMA's daddy. I don't say who she can and cannot work with and stuff like that. So I guess he was kind of alluding to, you know, Jacquees, you know, saying there was this, you know, friendship that he was developing with LMA, but it's not really what he's making it seem to be, is kind of what I got from our conversation. Another thing that Jacquees was like, even despite everything that happened, like DJ Mustard is somebody that he wants to work with, and DJ Mustard was like, if we were to ever work together, we would have to have a discussion first and foremost, because we can't just work together like this. It's just never happened and stuff like that. So I mean, you know, speaking with him firsthand definitely gave me, you know, a better understanding, because, you know, everybody knows Jacquees' Trip remix, and, you know, I hear it out here on the radio in New York. I'm pretty sure you guys hear it as well. So, you know, it did become a thing, you know, towards the end of last year. I mean, like I said, or like DJ Mustard said, you know, it's pretty much been deaded. But, you know, he also mentioned at the beginning of our conversation he said, you know, when you do radio interviews, when you go in there, you tell them, hey, this is what you can ask me, this is what you cannot ask me. And me speaking with a few celebrities and stuff like that, he's absolutely right. Like, their publicist or whoever is on their team will let you know before this interview starts, don't ask them about this, you can ask about that, or we're only strictly here to, you know, talk about this stuff or whatever. So his standpoint was the fact that, you know, you allow the question like that to be asked, or the simple fact that you answer the question on, you know, such things, you know, on that such thing, meant that, you know, he still wanted to talk about it. So he was like, since you want to talk about it, let's talk about it, and this is gonna be the last time I talk about it. So I mean, honestly, at this point, you know, Ella, she is a platinum selling recording artist, a Grammy award winning artist. You know, another thing that he took away, he was like, you made a music video before we made a music video. So like, it was just some things, like talking to him kind of opened up my mind. But I mean, you know, Jacquees is talented, Ella Mai's talented, everyone's just talented. So honestly, I kind of feel like this is a situation that will definitely blow over. I mean, if hopefully that was the last time that thing gets kind of like brought up, and then, you know, somewhere down the line, I'm sure we'll see a collaboration, and I'm sure, you know, they'll just kind of be like, that's old news, we're over that, we killed that, we did that. And, you know, it's just something where time just has to kind of like go by and stuff or whatever. But definitely comment below, let me know your thoughts. Definitely let me know if y'all checked out that live or whatever with me and DJ Mustard. Definitely shout out to TSR. You know, I love my company so much, you know, they treat me so well. So I was excited about that. That was definitely the highlight of my week, and I'm glad I was part of, you know, some music news for sure. I just love it. So other than that, we're going to move on to my third beat. And speaking of remixes, someone remixed one of my favorite songs that's out right now, and actually one of my favorite male artists. He's pretty much getting back out there as far as like music wise, and I'm talking about August Alsina. So actually yesterday was the day that August Alsina, he dropped his remix to Kalani's new record, Nunya. Now y'all know I did the whole, you know, mixtape review and stuff of Kalani's While We Wait mixtape, and the lead single is Nunya, and I talked about how much I love the video, how much I love the song and stuff like that. And obviously August, he had to love the song himself, that he sat there and remixed it. But he did want to put out this disclaimer when he put it out, and he said this is just a remix, so no, it won't be on iTunes, Spotify, it's just a G-mix. And speaking of Lonnie, congrats on your new arrival, because Kalani announced this week that she actually did give birth to her baby girl Adea, and I just know she's so beautiful. But yeah, I absolutely loved August's remix to Nunya. It obviously is from a male perspective and stuff like that. And what I just love the fact that August is doing music. That's like, because I kind of feel like, you know, there was this time where I just loved me some August Alsina. Like when his debut album came out, like I was fiending for that, and I was fiending off of it just for the simple fact that I listened to his mixtape. Thanks to Pandora kind of put me on to his mixtape. So his music, like before his debut album, I was feeling it. So when his Testimony came out, his debut album Testimony came out, I absolutely loved it. His sophomore album was okay. It wasn't as good as Testimony, but he did kind of, you know, reveal that he was going through a lot. He was going through a lot with his family, a lot with his health. He also revealed that he was going through a lot with his label. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that he really didn't give it his all, and it wasn't his best, his sophomore album. But he seems to be in a better place and stuff like that. So just the simple fact that he was like, you know, I love this record, let me remix it and stuff like that, just kind of made me happy. So like, obviously, like I said, is one of my favorite records out right now. August is one of my favorite male R&B singers, and the simple fact that he just, you know, when it's just like you could just hop and do a remix and stuff like that, just out of the fun of it, out of your love for the song and stuff, that was just absolutely amazing. I will say, I wish it was kind of longer. He did a lyric video, so I'll actually link it below if you guys didn't check it out. But I love it. So definitely check out the remix to Nunya from August Alsina, and if you enjoyed it, definitely let me know for sure. But other than that, we're going to keep it on moving, and we're going to get to my fourth beat of this week. And Ciara has announced that she is dropping a new album. So this week she announced that her next album, Beauty Mark, will be coming out May 10th. And she also released a new music video to her new single, Thinking About You. And I love the video. Like, the video is absolutely cute. You know, she looks gorgeous. Like, Ciara always looks gorgeous. That's number one. Body, always banging. You would never thought she had 2 kids. But, you know, she's a dancer. Like, so it's just a fun type of music video. Like, pretty much, you know, the song is I'm Thinking About You. She's, you know, pretty much getting ready for a date. And it's just a fun music video. Like, it's just a real fun, chill type of music video. And, I feel like the song is going to go perfect for when the weather finally breaks. It's spring here in New York. It don't feel like it. But, you know, springtime, summertime, and stuff like that. It's just a good vibe type of music video. I kind of feel like, you know, Ciara, she's more in her pop field right now. This is not the first time she's doing pop music. But with a lot of the records that she's been releasing, you know, whether it's Thinking About You, she did Level Up. She had her song Dose. She had the other song Sweetest Love or something like that. That was a record before this new one. I just feel like she's in her pop field. Like, she's just like, I'm going to dominate pop right now. But the song is real cute. The video is real cute. I'd enjoyed it. If you didn't, definitely check it out. It just came out today, so, you know, pretty new. Whatever. But yeah, definitely check out the music video. It's absolutely dope, and I'm hoping that her new album Beauty Mark is way better than her last album, because I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. That last album, her last full-length album, which was Jackie, was not it. Honestly, it really wasn't it. And I was excited about Jackie because her Ciara album was bomb as hell, and she followed up with I Bet was the lead single for Jackie, and, you know, she had just broke up with Future, so, you know, when you just break up with somebody, you know, your music's supposed to be fire as shit. So, like, I Bet was my song. I absolutely loved it. So I was like, oh, her new album about to be lit. I already know it. Brought the album. This is pre-Apple Music, so it's kind of like, if I want to hear all the music, I'm going to have to buy the album. So I brought the album, and I probably haven't listened to the whole album in its entirety since it came out, and I was in undergrad when it happened and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, she was going through a lot. Like I said, you know, she was engaged, just had a baby, and this and that. So I thought that was gonna be her best, or one of her best albums, but it really wasn't. But we all know how her life is now. You know, she's a mother of 2, she's married. Her and, you know, Russell are like relationship goals, and, you know, everybody just loves them. So I obviously would imagine that, you know, this great life that she lives right now will reflect on this new album. So I'm excited to hear it, and I'm hoping that it's a really great, you know, body of work. We got Apple Music now, so technically I can stream it and not have to buy it, because, you know, I pay for Apple Music every month. So, you know, if I don't like it, you know, it's not like I pay for the whole thing. But yeah, so Ciara's new album Beauty Mark comes out in May. She has a new video, Thinking About You. I'm here for it. I'm feeling it. Y'all comment below, let me know y'all thoughts. But other than that, we're gonna move on to my last beat of this week, and I gotta talk about Usher. So Usher is out here teasing us, kind of letting us know that he got something going on. You know, he's been in the studio as of lately. He's been putting it on social media, and pretty much he kind of teased us, everyone, and it kind of went over my head, honestly. He let us know that, or, you know, it's kind of a question right about now, that he will be dropping Confessions Part 2, you know? And Confessions, absolutely a classic album. Actually, this month made it 15 years. I was like, I believe it's March, when I looked it up. March 23rd, 2004. So, like, last week, Saturday or something like that. Made 15 years since Confessions came out. And to me, I remember when Confessions came out. Like, it was so much conspiracies behind that album, especially with just, you know, the leading track Confessions and stuff like that, and just the whole concept and what was being said in that record. So many people was just trying to figure out what was true, what wasn't true, like, was this based on Usher's real life? Because, you know, we had known him to be in a relationship with Chili for all of these years, and then they weren't together. So they kind of felt like, oh, so this is Usher's confession. Like, he's letting us know he cheated on Chili, and that's why they're not, you know, together. And then, you know, he had his wife Tamika. You know, so like when him and Tamika got together, everybody was like, oh my gosh, Tamika was a shy chick. She's the one that he cheated on Chili with, and, you know, because they had kids too. So it was like, oh, you know, he got Tamika pregnant, and that's why him and Chili broke up. And it was just kind of like, you know, Confessions was not based on them really. And then I heard another theory where people was like, oh, well, Confessions, that had to deal with Jermaine Dupri, because, you know, Jermaine Dupri produced the album. So, you know, it's just like so many, you know, conspiracies as far as like what Confessions Part 1 was about, and now he's kind of like Confessions Part 2, and then it just kind of makes sense because, you know, him and Grace Miguel, I believe now they're getting a divorce. It was kind of like, you know, the herpes rumors was going around. Y'all need to leave him alone with that. But, you know, it was kind of like she was sticking by him, and then it was kind of like they separated. And the last time, if I'm not mistaken, they're like getting a divorce now. So it's kind of like, you know, there's so much that you would feel that Usher would have to say on Confessions Part 2. It's kind of like we are all ears. We want to know what's going on. Absolutely here for it. Like I said, he's been previewing music. Not too long ago, actually, he released a mixtape with Metro Boomin, if I'm not mistaken, like sometime last year. Not too long. It was like literally a couple of months ago. So, I mean, he's been, you know, dropping music. So I kind of feel like with everything that's going on with him right now, his personal life, and because he is very present musically, Confessions Part 2, absolutely here for it. Can't wait to, you know, get the official announcement and, you know, track list. And obviously when that happens, I'm going to be back to talk about it. But other than that, those are my 5 hot beats of this week. Okay guys, so I want to thank you for tuning in to this week's video, and of course, you know, I have to end every single video by reminding you guys to comment, like, subscribe, and share. It would greatly be appreciated. Now y'all know I cannot end this video without giving y'all my song of the week. And my song of the week is going to have to go to Luke James and Brittany O'Grady from Star. So if you guys don't watch Star and you don't know about the music, then you absolutely should, because they have some bomb-ass music on Star. And on this week's episode, they actually performed together at a bachelorette party. This was the episode that Rick Ross was on. And they did a performance together, and they have this new song called All Love, and I absolutely love it. Star, they produce those type of songs. It's like the first time you hear it, you just love it, and that's exactly what happened with this record. And as soon as the episode was over, I looked it up and I've been listening to it. My only complaint about this song is that it's not long enough, and I wish it was way longer, but I have been listening to it repeatedly since Wednesday's episode. So my song of the week, All Love, Luke James and Brittany O'Grady from Star. Other than that, I want to thank you guys again for tuning in, and I will check y'all next time. So bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.